Hello, and welcome to the Sisters of the Shire podcast. I'm Abby, and I'm always so blessed to have my wonderful co-host Ashley joining me today. Today we are kind of doing a little bit of a different episode. I'm kind of treating it as like a summer break episode.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be as long as our other episodes, but it will be, fun. It's just as fun, I promise. But but mostly Ashley, have been really fortunate to have been able to have an early access code thing for early gameplay of Tales of the Shire, which was developed and made by Weta Workshop's like gaming department, which they have been talking about this game for I think like a year or so, 2 years. I don't remember when they first like kind of put it out.
At least a year. Yeah.
They're making this game and there's been a lot of hype around it, but now people have been able to play it, and there's been it's been out in the world for a couple of days, weeks, I guess. It hasn't been very long.
29th, I think, was the launch date.
Yeah. So Ashley got an early access to be able to play it. That was given to us through who organized that for you? I don't remember.
It was Tales of the Shire, like their marketing team.
Yeah, their marketing team contacted us and said, would you like an early access for it? And we'd love your review and feedback. And so Ashley has been playing it. I unfortunately do not have a console that it can be played on, which, I'm a little old school. I only have what do we have? We have a Nintendo 64. I don't think they made that to
Probably not going to work
for that console. So she has been playing it. So I haven't been able to try it out myself. So I'm going to be asking Ashley some questions of like what is her take on things, her review, also like just general. What did you like? What did you didn't like? What you didn't like, things like that.
Yeah.
I'm going off of our personal reviews. I know that I've seen some other reviews from other creators out there. I think I saw Dawn Marshall playing it on a live stream on TikTok a few days ago. And I know other people that have tried it out. And, they've got opinions, which, are totally fine. You can have your own opinion of everything. But I don't have much of a say of like, oh, like I'm a hardcore gamer and I know what's, like trash and blah, blah, blah. But I do feel like I have some sort of caliber of like, oh, these are games that I would enjoy. Or maybe as a mom, these are games that my child could play and enjoy. So, and Ashley feels that way too, because I know she plays video games with Lizzie. And so like, we kind of are coming from that perspective as well. So, like I said, it's not going to be a normal touring episode. Sorry, guys. We got to get back to the tragedy next
another day.
Yes. But it's more of just like a, hey, thanks to Weta and to Tales of the Shire for letting us do this. And we're grateful for the opportunity. And so I'm going to be kind of spearheading of asking Ashley these questions of, how things are going. Because like I said, I have not played it yet, which hopefully someday I'll be able to play. Maybe I can come visit Ashley and she'll let me play it. But
heck yeah.
So my first question, of course, was I know that you're playing it with Lizzie. So I have to know what did she name her Hobbit? That's like a very important question because you get to choose that. You get to choose your Hobbit name. Which do you get prompts or like suggested names, or can you type in your own name?
So you can choose from like a Rolodex, and they're Hobbity sounding names. So there's not going to be like Stacy on there.
Oh my gosh,
there's no Brittany. No Britneys. So Lizzie made her Hobbit name Amethyst because her favorite color is purple.
Oh,
And she chose Underhill. And I don't know exactly why, other than maybe from just hearing it from the movie. Um,
Unde.
but yeah, so Amethyst Underhill is Lizzie's character's name. And
Oh,
my character's name is Cora, because I've always liked the character Cora from Last of the Mohicans, but also it means heart. Um, and my last name is Headstrong, which
oh,
needs no further explanation.
So you've got some dwarves maybe in the lineage.
Yes, definitely.
Um, oh, that's so cute. I don't know. What would my Hobbit name be? So we have a friend and they're fellow artist friends, and their last name is Proudfoot. Legit. Their last name is Proudfoot.
Amazing.
And they had a little daughter, a little baby, and they named her Poppy. So her name is
Shut
Poppy
up.
Proudfoot. And I'm like,
That
that's
is
the most
adorable.
Hobbit name I've ever heard. And
Mm-hmm.
of course, she has curly hair, like curly brown hair.
Ah,
Oh, I know, like reddish brown hair. It's so cute. So I think if I were to choose a Hobbit name, I think I'd want Poppy because I think that's the cutest.
I think there was Poppy. I think there was like Peony. Um, yeah, lots of very flowery sounding names.
Cute.
Yeah. One of Lizzie's favorite things is creating characters for like other games. Like when we played Hogwarts Legacy, she insisted on making profiles for everyone in the family. Um, just like trying to like make their looks look like us, kind of a thing.
Uh-huh.
So she really enjoyed building the character. I will say the options for the hairstyles could have been better.
Yeah.
um, I mean, there's like a few that like, yeah, that's a Hobbit girl, that's a Hobbit girl, and then there's just one. And if you played the game, you know exactly which one I'm talking about. It's like she has a bowl of spaghetti on her hair, or like Medusa. There's something happening. The curls have gone wild, and it does not look natural or human.
She's one of those unkept hobbits. She's
Yeah,
one of those wild, unruly hobbits.
yeah.
So,
Um,
tell us more about the character, like character creation. If there's like fun sliders, I don't know if you don't know what a slider is. It's like the options to like change appearance or change, things like that. Are there many sliders? Like what's the whole like building your character like in this one?
so it's very similar to other ones. You can do so like you do your size first, and it's mainly there's no skinny hobbits in this game. You have a
I feel
belly,
so
pretty
seen.
much. Yeah, no matter what. Um, so there's definitely a body type that they're going for, and it's whether or not you are slender and then your curves go, or if you're just all curves, basically, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
So
Feel represented.
that I felt like that was very on point for hobbits. There is a slider for the amount of hair that you want on your feet.
What'd you go with?
Um,
What'd you go with?
um, I went with the least. I'm sorry. So it looks weird on girls. I don't know how to explain it because it's more like it's not. And it's I understand like they're limited in the graphics. Like it's
The
obviously
style of graphics makes it limited, not necessarily their like the quality of the graphics. It's just like
yeah.
their
So
art
it
style they
looks
chose
yeah.
makes it limited.
Right. So it literally looks to me like the first thing I thought of was like Bigfoot hair, where it's more scraggly. I don't know how to
Are
explain
we
it.
talking like a Goofy movie, Bigfoot?
Yes, that is immediately what I thought of. So like it's
Oh
hard.
yeah, it's very foo. Yeah.
See, it just looks kind of
It
odd.
it's very thick. It's like your hair it's like your foot has a toupee on,
Yeah.
basically.
So that just, I mean, so Lizzie and I went for the smallest amount just because I feel like it just, I don't know. I don't
Looked aesthetically more pleasing to you and your character.
know.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah.
Personal choice, personal choice.
I do have the starting thing up now, and so I can show Abby what I was talking about. I get what they're going for, but again,
Oh, yeah. So she's showing
the
the hairstyle she was talking about, and it kind of looks um a like a drag queen's wig that's like over the top huge, but it's also falling off the back of her head a little bit. So she has a
yeah,
lot of forehead, and then the then the hair, then the
but
hair's coming.
yeah, and it looks very separate, like you're saying. So I mean, it's
I mean,
very
it's
like
not too
in the
bad.
back, you're like, oh, that's Merida's
Yeah.
hair, but like the front just did not execute very well.
Mhm.
Like,
Mhm.
yeah. But there's some
I
cute
mean, what
styles.
is her volume routine? Because that
I
is very big hair.
um yeah, it's very big hair. Um, but most of it, like it looks pretty cute. It's very curly. It's very
So what are
like
you able to choose?
so you're able to choose hairstyle, your brows, your hair color, your face shape, which I'm gonna be honest, they didn't look very different from each other. So like I think you have like there's quite a few options actually, but I felt like one looked very similar to another. Like I feel like when you're making a we or a bee in the we universe, if you know what I'm saying, like
Uh-huh.
those are very different face
Yeah,
shapes.
yeah.
These it's very hard to see the difference.
They're a little
You can also
too realistic to really get different.
exactly,
Mhm.
which is fine. You know, that's I just felt bad that they put so much effort into so many options that all look very similar. um, you can choose your ear shape, which I found adorable. um, because they're all pointed, but there's some that are like, okay, I have to show you.
Are they
Like,
longer or droopy?
there's one that's very long.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so
That
you
looks
have
like
like,
a house elf. That looks like
yes,
Dobby the house elf.
yes. So there's like that version to like um this version, which is very like
It's
natural almost, but just a tiny
yeah.
point.
Yeah, yeah.
You could also do your eye. It's not your eye like shape. It's the amount of black accent with your eye, which I found interesting. Um,
Your eyeliner?
yes, and I will say, in the first like 5 seconds of the
Whoa, she
video,
looks like she has false eyelashes on. Those are
yeah,
huge.
you're meeting Gandalf, and his eyeliner and mascara are on point.
Whoa.
So like you got the cat eye going in that one, like,
Ooh.
but I don't. Is there like a eyeliner unlined one for men? Not really. Like this is the minimalist you get.
I think it's just trying to give them more expressive eyes.
Yeah, yeah. Um, and then you can choose eye color, um, the nose shape, the mouth shape. Again, very similar to the face shape, where like you have so many options, but did you need that many options? Um, the my favorite thing that I didn't see coming was your personality. Now,
Ooh.
the personality types I find hilarious. So there's grumpy. So
Sleazy, dopey.
not quite. So there's grumpy. So just frowny
She's very
face, arms
sassy
crossed.
looking.
Yeah. There's jolly,
Oh,
upright, forced smile, like
hey.
it's glued on. Cozy. Now we chose Cozy at first because she didn't look like she had a glued on smile, but I found out later while playing it is a very specific look to have because it's literally like you're hunched over all the time and you literally had this glazed expression on your face the
A
entire
little too cozy.
yeah. There's perky and there's snobby. The snobby one kind of makes me laugh. But
Ooh. She's like, get these peasants away from me."
yeah. And then wary, which is like a pig
Oh, she's
vibe
kinda
for sure.
cute. She's, like, a little nervous.
Yeah.
She's so
Um,
cute.
so but is there a difference
Oh,
between
I'm sorry.
perky and jolly? Tell me the difference.
Jolly's probably happy, Quirky's probably more adventurous, maybe.
I don't
I feel very represented in that body shape of that hobbit you chose, and I feel seen. I feel seen.
um,
Thanks for representing us out there. What a workshop.
mhm.
I also have to ask because I find it hilarious that they always add it in, like, most, character design, video games where you can design and pick out features for your characters. Are there purple eye color? Why do they add that?
Oh, this one had, like, yellow. It was so weird.
Oh, no,
So they have, like
jaundice.
they have, like, gray, like, it looks like light blue, but it's, like, gray. A light blue, a light green, like, a yellow looking, I guess suppose that's supposed to be hazel. This one looks orange, and this one looks brown
Okay.
slash red.
I always find it so
No
funny to
purple.
have purple as an option for eye color, like, sure. Like,
Yeah,
that works.
that's, like, 1% of the population, but sure, yeah, okay with that.
Um,
Um, go ahead.
so, uh, moving on to actual gameplay, like, you've explained that, like, you get a lot of customizable features for your character, which I think is really cool because a lot of, um I feel this would fall under the realm of the umbrella word of, a cozy game.
Mhm.
Um And sometimes cozy games, like, there's ones like Stardew Valley or Pokemon could sometimes be thrown in there as a cozy game. Things like that, you don't get to choose a lot for your actual character. So I think that's
Yeah.
fun to like customize your character for that because that's kind of you don't get that a lot. But that's pretty fun. Um,
Um, sorry, one quick thing while we're here. You can enter your own name for The Hobbit. I was trying to remember if they did that. You can enter a custom name, but they also have a Rolodex.
oh,
Um, and I will also say real quick, sorry, the clothing I feel like could be there's only like 4 options, which I felt like, come on.
hey, they don't have a Target down there, okay? Maybe they only really
They
do have
practically
4 options.
Um, I will say one of the Hobbit girl names is Diamond, and I feel like that is only a stripper name, I'm sorry.
No, you have to say, "Diamond.
Diamond.
I'm Diamond."
And one of the other names is Falco, which I cannot imagine a Bilbo named Falco.
A hobbit named Falco. That just reminds me of Star Fox because there's a Falco in Star Fox.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay, so, uh, as far as play, I will say I've never played Stardew Valley, so or Pokemon, I'm sorry. But
Or what's the other one?
Animal
Animal
Crossing,
Crossing. Yeah.
yeah, or any farm games I have not played, I'm sorry. But, when I was playing it, it did remind me a lot of Sims. Shout out to
Oh,
my
okay.
90s crew. Um, Mainly in the fact of, like, you are literally, um, organizing a home. So, like, when you start the game, you're, like, taking over, old Ruby's house, and old Ruby apparently did either I'm assuming she died. It does not say. It's a murder mystery am building a fan fiction for. But the house is just really cluttered and like everything. It's like an OCD person's nightmare. But I didn't realize until
When Ruby was a hoarder.
a hoarder. Everything's a little crooked. Um, and I didn't realize until like a little bit playing the game, like, oh, I can move stuff around. And so then my OCD just took free, and I, am like moving things around. I'm straightening things. You can customize the floor. You can customize the ceiling, the walls. Um, and the options aren't too bad. Like Lizzie chose this ceiling that looks like stars and this
Ooh.
tile that looks like it could be in Rivendell. Like there's a variety of options. Um,
Do you have to
but
pay for it or earn things to be able to change everything?
no. So when you're moving the furniture, there's a lot of furniture already in the place. And if you don't want it there, I didn't realize this until I was like, why? I have no place to put this. There's too many cups. There's like 12 cups just like on a ground, on a shelf, like just randomly thrown. I cannot have this clutter. And you put it in your storage. You stash it in your storage. And so like you build this storage of furniture or, miscellaneous items. You can buy furniture. You are gifted quite a lot of furniture from like your friendships that you build. Um,
It's giving
some of
Animal
them,
Crossing. That happens
yeah,
a lot in Animal Crossing.
okay. Um, but yeah, you can buy. But what I would love so much is so you can't sell the furniture though,
Okay.
which I think is kind of lame because in the game, you need money to buy seeds, you need money to buy ingredients. You can forage a lot, which is like my favorite thing actually.
Uh-huh.
You can forage and find certain ingredients. You can fish. You can go fishing and get, ingredients, or you can sell your fish. You can sell your foraging. They even have like random like wood that you can find in the forest that you can sell, but you can't sell your useless furniture.
Nobody wants your buffet table.
I know, but they'll sell you more furniture. Like I wish I could offload some of this crap. Um, so that's like my like one thing that I would like. I really wish you could sell the furniture because you don't need the furniture in your house. For any like game strategy purpose.
Uh-huh.
Don't get like points for having a pleasing house or anything like that. You just need a bed and a writing desk, and that's already there. And like cooking stuff, but all the furniture is like cups and uh tables and side tables and candlesticks, and like it's just stuff that just is aesthetically pleasing. I'm sure it looks great, but it's not advantageous for the game.
Hmm. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. So, can you give us like a quick, like, kind of rundown of what is the main gameplay, I would say? Like, is I'm assuming no real story arc of like having to go through like, start to finish of like, I need to do this quest or whatever that goes through the whole game, or is it like you said, like Sims or Animal Crossing, where it's just like a day to day of like living my life in here, like kind of thing.
Um, Actually, I think it's a beautiful blend of all of those things. Because yes, there is the day to day where, you wake up and you water your plants, you
Uh-huh.
collect your garden, things that have grown, you add it to your pantry. You check your mail, and do things like that you can go forage, you can go fish, you can, do things on your own that have no real quest, just whatever you feel like doing. There's
Okay.
no like uh time limit or like you have to do this or the game won't progress or you can't play the game anymore. Like you could do that all day long. I will say there is it starts at dawn and then there's a morning, an afternoon, an evening, and night. Now, one funny thing about playing this with a 7-year-old is okay, so if you don't go to bed, if you're just wandering and doing your thing out at night and then it becomes too late, this is a very funny thing. It was genius of them to do this because it's so cute. You get wheelbarrowed home by a friend. So you're like walking and then you get so tired that you literally just like sit down on the ground and you go to sleep. And then you wake up and you're in your bed and you get a letter that morning from your friend saying like, oh, looked like you stayed out too late. You're welcome for
Yeah.
wheelbarrowing you home. And Lizzie thinks it's the funniest thing. She's like, insists, like, I need to be as far away from my house so that I can be wheelbarrowed home. It's like the one thing she thinks is like hilarious.
So it's like, uh, I mean, that's so funny that like, they're like, girl, you need to take care of yourself. You had to be wheelbarrowed home twice last week. Come on.
Yeah, exactly.
That's so
It is
funny.
funny. I am very glad that they didn't do this because it would suck. But like I don't know if it's from playing Majora's Mask, because that was like one of my favorite games of all time. When there's like a time limit in your day, that like if your time limit is up, you lose all your like things that you have in your possession because you have like a backpack that you can put your foraging things into and things like that. So you being wheelbarrowed home, in my head, I would have expected like, oh, you lost your possessions. Like you had to, start all over. It doesn't.
Ugh,
You get to keep
that'd be the
everything.
worst.
Right. And I don't know why I had this like fear of it. Like, oh no, I'm gonna lose my. Oh wait, no, this is a friendly game. Like, uh,
um, so like, do you get to go talk to like your neighbors and stuff and get like jobs you're supposed to do?
yes. So, one of the first things you do when you start the game is there's like a guy that's showing you around and you make him a meal. So you make him a meal. And I will say this is the first place that my daughter got stuck. It was like 10 minutes into the game. I'm like, oh crap. I thought she'd be able to do this. Um, it's kind of confusing. They use the other buttons a lot. So like on the Switch, there's like, your A, B, X, Y, but they also use like the minus button, the plus button. Like they use all of the buttons.
We're gonna use all these buttons.
Yeah. So like so you prepare the meal and then to like, okay, it's time for the meal to start. Okay, now you have to press this button to start the meal. You have to go into this button to access your pantry. Then you have to place it using this button. Then you have to push this button to start the meal. And that just was kind of lost on her. She's like, it's not working. I wanted to start the meal. It's not happening. So that's where she got stuck first.
Just a
And she's
little
only
bit
gotten,
too many steps.
yeah. And to like place the meal, you're literally like, you're choosing, you have an option later to have multiple people over. So I get why they did it, but you have to literally like place it on the table where you want the meal. And so she was having a hard time orienting herself to the table with the plate. Like she kept like, it was off the table and she's like, it's not working. I'm like, well, you have to move your body and the thing. Like,
Yeah.
so that was a bit hard for her. And oh my gosh, what I wouldn't give for Switch to come out with the same type of technology. It could be the same freaking button for all I care. When you're playing a N64 game and you have your N64 controller and and you go to turn, what does the Z button do, Liz? Sorry, Lizzie. What does the Z button do when you turn?
It turns your whole head like you're looking where you're supposed like where your body had turned, so it turns your point of view perspective.
Lizzie cannot grasp the two joystick. I'm like, move your head. Move your head. How do you know where you're going if you're looking at like the character is full on like looking at the screen or at the, in the wrong direction. She can't see anything. And I'm like, head. Like if there was some kind of a Z orient button, like in the N64 controller, that would make my day.
Like it's like her head is completely a different entity to her legs, and she's like, why isn't this working?
Yeah. That is like, I would say 80% of the time she's gotten stuck in the game is because of that.
Oh, sad.
So she's
Move your
7.
head, Lizzie.
She has played, the N64. She has played other Wii games. She has played Xbox games. Um, but this is something she struggles with on the Wii or on the Switch. Sorry, is
Yeah.
the yeah.
Point of view correction
Uh-huh.
thing.
And I think this is one of the first ones that it's in 3D like that. Like I'm thinking like the Lego games are very like, huh? Do you need to move your hands?
Not open
Games?
world. They're not super
Yeah,
open world. Yeah.
yeah. So that's kind of tricky for a 7-year-old, but I mean, hopefully she'll get the hang of it eventually,
Yeah.
or she's just gonna keep running into walls. Um,
Why can't I see anything, Mom? Your head is
so
literally facing the wrong way, Lizzie.
literally 90% of our conversations when she's playing. Um, but yes, you can talk to friends. You can, and there are little quests along the way. Like your first quest is finding this book of rules, and you have to go to this person. And then, oh no, I think I gave it to that person, so you have to go talk to that person. So there are little quests along the way that you can do. Um, but like, is there a time limit? No. Like,
Okay.
you get like a letter in the mail saying like, oh, we're gonna have a town meeting about this thing, and then if you like don't go immediately, it's not like it happens without you.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but if you just wanted to forage all day, then you could do that. So you could go along with the quest of the game, or you can do your own thing, or both. Um,
Okay.
One cool thing that I didn't know was going to be part of the game was you start in summer, and
Okay.
every time you wake up, it's like 13 days left of summer, 12 days left of summer. And Abby, the first day of autumn, I about died. It was so beautiful. Like
Oh,
the, the landscape changes, all the colors change, the things that you forage for change. Uh, Certain vegetables you can grow change. Um, but yeah, it's beautiful. And actually, Lizzie and I played a lot this weekend trying to like, okay, we have to at least get to winter before we record. And winter is beautiful too. Like it's so freaking cute. I can't wait
oh.
for spring, to be honest. I'm like, how many more hours of gameplay will it take to get me to spring?
um,
That's another thing. If you save manually, which I highly recommend because I'm not sure if this is just a starting thing, it did crash on us quite a few times. And
yes.
just doing the most random things will, I couldn't find a pattern to it, but manually saving throughout the game
Yes.
will
So
save
I've
you.
heard,
The autosave feature is not the most on top of it.
yeah. So I've heard from a lot of reviews that it is a little buggy. It's a little boring. What would you say to that?
Um, Buggy, I would say there's like the crashing thing. I don't like it, especially because I didn't realize the autosave feature wasn't as like minute by minute as I thought it would be. Like I went back to the autosave and I'm like, oh, it didn't capture like the last 10 things that I did. Like what the heck? Um, but boring, I wouldn't say boring. I will say that I am currently stuck on one of the little quests that I'm supposed to do. Is that a game glitch or am I just dumb? I like refuse to Google it because I'm like, no, if it's something super simple, then I'm gonna never like forgive myself. But I'm not gonna say what it is on the podcast. I refuse. I will figure it out.
Finding your other shoe. Where?
uh,
No, I
but boring, I wouldn't say boring.
yeah. So I mean, I still look up how to do things on the Lego Wii games because I'm like, how do
Oh,
you do this? So, like, I'm so confused. Um, yeah, I feel like when people, like I said, I haven't played it, but when I'm seeing these reviews of people like, I'm so disappointed and blah blah blah, and it was like boring and stuff like that. In my brain, I'm like, well, you have to look at it in the sense of it's the Shire and nothing really exciting happens in the Shire, if that makes sense.
Right.
They have a beautiful life and they do fun things, but it's like it's not a Lord of the Rings game. You know what I mean? It's
Right.
not a adventure game. It's
It's
supposed to
like
be a
if you
cozy
were
game.
playing Zelda Ocarina of Time and you just stayed in Kokiri Forest.
Yeah.
Like, there's no outer mission, there's no outer thing to save the world. Like, I don't even know how they would end the game if there is an end to the game. You know what I mean? Like, there's certain quests that are happening, but I just am assuming they're just gonna come up with new quests.
Yeah, yeah. Um, my other question, I had 3 main questions. So my other question was, is there anything kind of referencing what I just said, is there anything referencing Lord of the Rings or the story of Lord of the Rings or characters or the Hobbit characters or like I'm talking book Hobbit, not
Yeah,
actual hobbits, but is there anything that kind of correlates to that story? Because like I just said, it's not a go by the book Lord of the Rings video game. Like it's
no.
not just that story. So, but is there little fun little things that are added in where you're like, oh, like that's so cute. Like you
100%.
mentioned Gandalf was in there, which I think is fun. Um, but what else is there? Give me the deets.
Okay, so your character is just moving to Bywater. That's the place that this community is in. And so you've heard of like Bywater.
Yeah,
That's
it's
familiar from
another
movies.
settlement of hobbits.
Yeah. And she's, well, at least my character is a she. She's moving from Bree from the Prancing Pony. So
Okay.
words you recognize. I will say, as far as like other nods, there is talk of uh, when you're talking to, I think, one of the farmers, they're like, "Oh, you could be as good as Gaffer Gamgee," and they're talking
Oh,
about Samwise's dad. One of the characters talks about writing letters to Sam about how to be a better farmer, which is confusing to me because her character's name is Rosie Cotton. And so Lizzie is convinced this is the Rosie Cotton. I'm like, but how would that? I thought she. So that part was a little confusing to me. Um,
maybe
there
it's their
are
courting days.
I, it is before the events that happen in the Lord of the Rings. Like it is Bilbo still around. Apparently they have his mithril shirt on display somewhere. And that part was a little confusing, but they're talking about a silver shirt that Bilbo used to have, and I was like, got to be the mithril shirt. They do talk about Bilbo. Is it true that he slayed a dragon, or and someone corrects them like, no, but he met the man who did. So like Bard.
Oh,
Um, One of the coolest ones. I even took a picture of um, the conversation as it was happening just to help remind me. So your character looks up at the stars and she's talking to this girl. And I forgot the exact wording of it. But you can ask about the 3 stars that are all together or the 7 stars that are all together or something like that. And I think your character or her character remarks about them how they look like jewels. And the other character you're talking to says, no, only one of them is a jewel, but I don't know the rest of that story.
oh,
Do you get it though?
isn't that
There's a star that's a jewel,
yeah,
the Silmaril with
yeah.
Elendil. Yeah. So I thought that was a cool little deep cut for those who know the lore. And they talk about how Bilbo had taught her about the stars and stuff like that.
Oh,
There is a dwarf in the village.
I knew it.
And I didn't realize this, and this is on me. But it is a female. And
Excuse me, sir.
the
Madam. Ah.
yeah. Um it she talks like a caveman. Like it's very like abrupt, very I don't know. But
She a
I'm
petty
sure you've
dwarf?
heard of what was that?
Is she a petty dwarf? Is that why
Maybe.
she acts like a caveman?
Um, but like one of his letters, or sorry, her letters. Sorry, I'll show you a picture. It's there's no way you could know this is a female just by looking at it. But like I crave salt was what. So when you're writing people asking them to come over for you a meal, they tell you what they're craving, and so it could be like bitter, it could be sour, it could be spicy, it could be sweet. Apparently this person, the girl dwarf is like, I crave salt. I'm like,
Give me the rocks.
yeah.
I want to eat the minerals.
But the dwarf, I'm not sure if you heard of the duck named Ladle. Have you heard of that?
What?
There is a duck named Ladle, and
Okay.
the duck is the dwarf's duck. That's like her friend. Sorry, I can't stop calling it him. And I tried getting a picture of it close up of the duck, because it has actual clothes on, and it's freaking adorable.
Ashley will be posting these pictures on our
Yes.
Instagram after this
Yes.
episode.
And
Um,
some are from my profile, some are from Lizzie's, because we kept going back and forth.
so speaking of so that's pretty much the whole Lord of the Rings kind of throwbacks or whatever Easter
I mean, that's
eggs.
all I've really gotten so far. I'm sure there might be others that I'm not thinking of right now, but
They have to talk about Merry and Pippin. I have to know if they mention Merry and Pippin.
I don't. I haven't heard him yet. But one of the characters in your village's last name is Took. But what's funny is she is like known for being really mean and being really
Oh
like
no.
blunt. Yeah. Um, one thing about the bugs real fast is I'm not sure if this happened to anyone else. I took a screenshot of it and a few screenshots of it. Um, at one point in time, the like in the distance, it is all red, like
Oh,
you're in
gosh.
Mordor somehow. And I knew it was a bug. I just thought it was a funny bug, like of all the things. Like,
Yeah. You're subtly in Stranger Things with
yeah, it was really that red. Um,
that's
and
that's
then
really funny.
yeah. There was a screenshot I also took of like somehow characters like head was like de-evolving. It was like stuck and take it. I'll post it, but um yeah, it I don't know how that happened. Definite bug, but like oh that could be terrifying. It looks like a bald baby's like eye got taken out or something. It looks
Oh,
really creepy.
no.
Yeah.
Like some Sid from Toy Story creation or whatever.
Yes. Yes. Um, and I
Oh.
think you and I talked about it when we first I first started playing and I FaceTimed you. I was like, what is with this one character's look? I can't quite figure it out. And you're like, he looks like a Muppet on like
Sesame
Sesame
Street.
Street when they're trying to be a human or something like that. And that was the most accurate depiction you
They're
could have said.
humanized puppets, like not a monster, not an animal. It's when they're trying to be a human and they
Yeah.
made a Muppet version of a human. That's what he looks like.
Yeah.
That's what when she showed me, I'm like, oh, like his like features are like not normal color, like skin tone colors. And so you're like, oh, he kind of just looks like a Muppet person.
Yeah. And that character is Lizzie calls him Noki. But I think his character name is Noakes or something, in case you wanted to know who I was talking
Oh. Um, so speaking of Lizzie, my last question was, um, this is kind of marketed as, like we said before, a cozy game, but also a more simplified gameplay game. Like it's not a Halo or a Call of Duty or a Elden Ring or whatever. And would you say, as a mom, like it's fun for kids? Would kids enjoy it if they don't know anything about Tolkien? Would they enjoy it to is it like kid appropriate? I'm assuming it is, but is it
Oh,
like something that like you said that Lizzie got a little stuck in some places that just the mechanics of the game of like buttons and everything more physical problem.
yeah.
Uh,
Um,
but
yeah,
I feel like a as a parent, would you be like, yeah, that's actually a really fun game. Like I like playing it with her. She likes playing it, you know.
I would 100% say that, yeah, she likes it. I don't know. At one point though, I think she got a little bored. Um, and I think it's because she's on the profile where I got stuck too. So they had no more quests. We're stuck on the quest, so we can't like go any further. So she's
Huh.
getting a little bored with like the foraging and the things like, um, there's still plenty to keep her occupied, but she's like, this isn't what I thought it would be. I'm like, well, did you expect fighting? Like, did you want it to be like, because I can show you the Lord of the Rings fighting game. I mean, let's whip out Shadow of Mordor and really traumatize you, where they cut off
No,
horses'
the
heads.
two towers game. That game was so fun.
It's fun.
Kicking those ladders off Helm's Deep.
Um, she wanted. I think the not talking thing bothers her. She expected it to be more like Hogwarts Legacy.
Mm.
Where you're walking around, you're doing the things, but they're still talking. So in the Tales of the Shire game, they don't talk. They what did you call it, Abby?
Emote.
Yeah. So they just like or they
It's very Zelda.
yeah,
It's very Zelda game, like
yeah,
old Zelda games where they're like wah ha
yeah,
ha ha wah ha ha ha
yeah,
ha wah ha 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 like over and over and you're like, okay, I get it.
yeah.
Or
Um,
Lego games, they do that too.
yeah. Um, so that part, I mean, here or there, I mean, that's your child's preference too. But I will say there is a feature that they added that I was very grateful for as a parent. Um, so there is a map, and Lizzie loves looking around at the map. She likes knowing where she is. She likes knowing where everyone else is. But you can, and it's kind of like if you ever play the Disneyland Connect game, you can pin a location on the map, and then in the Disneyland Connect game, this like golden streak will lead you to where you're trying to go. But in this one, in Tales of the Shire, it's little birds that like swoop, or they stand on a signpost and they're pointing their like beaks in a direction or something like that.
Their little
So
wing. They're pointing their little wing like
it's
this
not
way.
there with um but that feature actually really helps her out a lot. So that was genius of them.
Do you have to turn that on or can you like is it always on?
So like it's not always on. Like if you're doing a quest and you're like saying, okay, this is the quest I want to work on, I select it. And so then the birds are tracking you on that quest. So you have like
Okay.
a list of tasks that you could be doing. So you can select it, or you can just go on the map and say, I want to be led here.
Ooh.
Because I will say I've been playing this game for I'm in winter. Okay. I've been playing it a while. Um, and I still don't get the map from memory. Like if you said, okay, you're starting at the cotton farm, go home from here, I would be lost. It's very intricate. There's certain ways that you can't go. There's like a river going throughout it. You can't get in the water at all. You have to like cross over a bridge or rocks or something. Um, so like, is the map easy to remember and is it small? No, not at all. Like, it's very vast. Um,
That's good though. It'd be kind of
yeah,
boring if it
it's
was a tinier town that like
exactly.
yeah.
So that
Okay.
part is cool, but and that's where the birds guiding you was really helpful.
Okay.
Um, as far as what else did you ask me? Like, yeah, does she get bored? Yes, but she also thinks it's really fun to cook, and she really thinks it's fun to invite people over. And um,
So like little
there's-
spurts of the game. They're not playing it
yeah,
all day. Like
right,
that. Okay. I
yeah.
mean,
It's completely appropriate. There's certain things that are like funny. She thought the Noki guy is funny because he's like really rude and he makes funny faces. The fishing, I will say, was difficult to get at first, but she got the hang of it. You literally have to like hit one button over and over again or hold it. You can't hold it too much or the tension will be too tight. And then you have to also like swing your joystick to try and like pull the fish in another direction. Like that was tricky for a little bit. She's gotten a lot better though. Took me a while to even figure it out. I'm like, how I keep losing the fish? Oh, I have to. Oh. um,
Well, yeah. So I feel like I know people have been, like I said before, reviewing it and saying it's boring, it's blah blah blah. But like I just feel like that's just the vibe of where, the hobbits and the Shire and everything like that. And like I feel like, yeah, Lizzie might get a little like bored of some sections or maybe she wants more action, but like I'm glad that she's enjoying it for, like, the cozy game that it is, if that
yeah,
makes any sense, so,
yeah.
um
Um, I do have to say one thing that she said at the very beginning. So, in the very beginning of the game, Gandalf is like somehow like leading you into Bywater or something like that, and he talks a lot. And one of the first things Lizzie said, I was just dying. She goes, "Is this gonna be like the freaking owls from Zelda, Mom?" And I was
where you accidentally press it again, you're like, "No! Exit!
like,
I
"Yes."
can't skip it! I can't skip it!"
So I thought that was funny. There's lots of things that are very charming about the game. The scenery changing, the characters are cute. Uh, I will say, like um, the different plant life and the different things that you can forage for, adorable. The animals are great. There's like ducks and like chickens and completely forgot to tell you. There's if you come up to an animal, you can hit A to greet them,
Oh!
and you literally are waving, and then it will like you know moo back to you, and then the character literally goes like claps in joy, and I'm like, they made Abby into a game.
Yeah. Yay!
Um,
Like,
uh,
watching a squirrel today. Like,
um,
"Hooray!"
uh, the different quests. Sorry, I'm just like going over my list of things that Lizzie said. Um, I was like, Lizzie, can I play on my profile next? She's like, let me finish this quest first, Mom. You know how much I love the quests. I,
Oh.
um, and then we were talking about young Tom Cotton. He's one of the characters. And because Lizzie is a girl character in it, Lizzie's like, oh my gosh, Mom, what if I have to marry Tom Cotton? And I was like, would you want to marry him? I barely even know him, Mom.
You can't marry a man you've just met.
Yes. Um, but overall, I love it. I am here for it. Are there weird glitches? Yes. Am I currently stuck? Yes. But do I love the world that it's in? Adorable. Um, very woodsy. You go through like logs at some point. The green dragon is so cute. It's literally like a carving of this like dragon. There's like lights everywhere. The people are adorable. The music, I wonder if anyone else out there has thought this same thing because I finally figured it out. There is I forget when it happens, but there's this certain music that starts and it is literally like the same four notes in Home Alone. Da 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 da. Like in the very beginning.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's the same freaking like notes, and I think it every time. I'm like, what is Home Alone doing in the Shire? That's not the same. I do wish the songs were a bit more Shire-y. Like, I don't know if that makes any sense more,
Yeah.
but I don't know if that'd be annoying. But I just feel like the music wouldn't have been my choice, but I'm still playing it. It's still beautiful.
Yeah. Huh.
Overall, love it.
Well, that's awesome. And hopefully I'll get to play it with you someday.
Yes.
Well, thanks for telling us all about this Tales of the Shire, which was made by Weta Workshops Gaming. What did they say? Weta Workshop uh Game Studio. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Thank you to them. Thank you to Tales of the Shire for this early access to be able to play. Um, and thanks for explaining the game and kind of giving your opinion and review on it. Um, and tell Lizzie that to greet all the animals that she can, okay, from me.
You got it.
Okay. Well, thanks to all our listeners and subscribers and all of our Instagram friends. Share this podcast with, everybody that you think would love to learn more about Tolkien and all those really sad people, really sad stories that he writes. No.
They're
And,
beautiful.
and thank you to all of our Patreon subscribers, and thank you to all those who leave us comments and reviews. If you want to support us on our Patreon, we are patreon.com/Sisters of the Shire podcast. We have different tiers that are pretty cool. And then we also we are thankful for our reviewers, because it helps kind of promote in a way our podcast in a way that kind of makes our show what would you say, like, pop up more for people, if that makes sense. Like,
Line the algorithms.
yeah. So thank you to those people who leave reviews. That actually really helps a lot. And it only takes like a few seconds out of your day to leave a review. So if you could do that, that would be so awesome. Thanks for saying hey to us on Instagram. If you guys have any fun artwork or things like that you would like to share with us, Tolkien related, on Instagram, we would love to see it. Maybe we can post it on our stories. Remember to always be kind and happy and helpful. That's what I always tell my kids. No bullies. We don't like bullies. And yeah, I think that's everything for that. But again, thank you, Ashley. Thank you for telling me all about the Tales of the Shire, the new cozy game that is it available now for like more public access?
Yep.
Awesome. So if you guys have played it, let us know your thoughts. We'd love to hear them. If you're stuck like Ashley, maybe you guys can help each other out. You're like, I got stuck here, or like whatever. But
Curious if I'm the only one, but I also am too proud to look it up.
your hubris. Anyway, well, thank you, Ashley.
And you're welcome. Until next time, I've been Ashley.
And I've been Abby, and this has been the Sisters of the Shire podcast, and we are so happy that you joined us today, and we hope you can join us next time. Bye! Bye!
Thank you for teaching me a day.
Yay!